Hello.
Hello.
Oh my god. Do you feel as tired as I do watching that? Because I feel whacked. I've had a 3-day hangover. I'm not even, I kid you not, I'm not even drinking the drinks tonight.
We're still trying to recover, aren't we?
I feel like a shriveled up old, I'm dying. I've not been right all week. Anyway, we're here now. Sorry if anyone was expecting a Queen Anne vlog tonight. It just didn't happen because I was on a cruise and I was having way too much fun. I didn't even have time to video the cruise I was on, let alone, yeah, I digress. Anyway, can you all hear us?
Hopefully you can hear us.
Because I'm rambling on in my croaky, hungover voice.
Yes. You've just finished your dinner as well. Just really a minute to go.
Yeah.
Nobody said they can hear us yet. So somebody please say you can hear us.
Please say you can hear us. Please say it's all working. I hope
we can hear. Well, hey, Daft Cat Travel. Good to see you here. Yeah, what a crazy week that was, wasn't it?
It wasn't a week. It was 4 days.
Wow. It feels like it's been a week.
It was bonkers.
So yeah, if you've been following us on our socials, you'll know we were on Resilient Lady.
The first one from this year.
First one from Portsmouth. Yeah. So yeah, let us know in the comments. Would you go on a Virgin cruise? Just put a yes or no, and we'll just see how many yeses and nos we get.
I will say is, it just went. It was like loads of fun, and it just went bop bop bop. 1 minute I felt like I was walking on the ship. Next minute I was like, what happened? Why am I getting off? It's just gone, and it was just. I could not physically fit anything in. We didn't actually see any of the shows. We stuck our heads in the back of the Misbehave show. We didn't see anything else. No other entertainment.
I see Around the World with Diva.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
that was I was sleeping. Because I think the whole time I was on this cruise, I must have had about, what would you say, about 10 hours sleep? It really
12
wasn't
maybe
much.
If we were pushing it.
Pushing it. So yeah, it was just...
It was pretty crazy.
It was bonkers, but so much fun.
Let's just have a quick look who's here. So we've got Ken goes cruising. Good evening.
Hello, Ken.
Russell, have you guys recovered yet? No, not quite.
Not.
Hopefully tomorrow we'll be recovered.
As you said, it must be bad if you're not drinking. Well, I say that he's on the gin.
I've got gin.
This is his first one. Though normally he's on about 10 by the time he comes on. Yeah, but today,
we've been very busy today as well, haven't we? Though
we've been really flat out. We
have. Power Ranger Luke, yes.
Yes.
Good evening, Jerry. Who else have we got? Daft Cat Bruin. Good evening. Paul Brown. Good evening.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
There's loads, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bonkers. So I just
skimming through quickly to see.
Karen Lee. Hello. Are they off now?
I think they are, aren't they?
They are.
And you're due back on again, aren't you?
Won't be long.
I'm trying to see where these yeses and nos come from.
What is wrong with this hat? It's because this camera, when I put it straight and then I bend it.
Sweet Natured are here as well. They were on the cruise with us.
It was Gail and Mike. They were on the cruise as well.
Lisa's off the cruise today as well. Yeah, Gail and Mike, was good to meet you.
And Daft Cat I've met them.
Yes.
I know them.
Errol and Claire, that's all good. We should start seeing some yes. We've got yes.
Working.
Okay, Molly's cruising. Lifestyle is not for us. No, it's not for everybody. We'll be honest on that one.
No, it's really it's a very, like, some cruise lines can be very laid back, very old fashioned, very traditional. This isn't in any means traditional. It's just all out fun, and it's just the people you meet on it. It's all, you don't have to be young to be on there. You just have to be young at heart. The humour.
This was quite a bank holiday one, so it was quite boozy. Was a bit of cruise.
Yeah, like you said, bank holiday, first one from the UK, and it was nuts. It was just so, honestly, though, so much fun. I can't stress how much fun we've had. I actually feel like I've had an actual cruise, like a holiday, and I've come back feeling like, wow, that was good, and I haven't felt like that for a long time.
I can see Jazz Jones going on there next Sunday. You'll have a brilliant time in that one.
I envy you, I really do. I wish I was going back.
The Mola is on it, if I said that right. 23rd September, brilliant.
Ooh, that'll be fun. That's the day we're going on.
Yes,
we're on that day. When you're boarding, you might pass us. You might see us because we are there. We are doing a ship visit.
So, in case you missed our other live, we did mention it in that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
We're heading down to see Sun Princess on the 22nd, and then we've got back on Resilient for the day on the 23rd.
And you might be thinking, well, why are you going on a ship visit if you're on the ship? Well, I was being clever. What I decided to do was, on this, I've had loads of fun, and I've not got bits and pieces of footage, maybe not necessarily of the ship. It's all our faces and the people we were with, which is great. But sometimes I like to give you a sense of the area, so I'm going to sort of overlay it with clips of the venues and things, make it snazz it up a bit. Because I won't have time to make this vlog. What you've seen now is probably all you're going to get until... I don't know. I'm not even sure, because I've got Queen Anne. I've got two of them to finish.
We will upload it as a separate video so you can watch it properly, because it's not good quality at the start of this one.
Like you said, we'll do it separately. So that'll be, and you just be able to play that as many times as you like.
Play it lots, please.
Please play it lots. Yeah. Show us some love.
Sam's asking when's our next cruise. We'll be on the cruise in 2 weeks' time. We've got a group cruise
today. We will be sailing on Britannia. We will leave it.
Before I go into the questions, because I can see a few questions coming in. We've asked our patrons for their questions, so we'll get them answered first. Luke hasn't seen these, so these could go one of two ways. Right. So,
sorry, I got a bit of a mushroom in my throat. I just rushed a garlic and mushroom with cheese on it.
That's not good for you, Luke. You shouldn't rush your food. So, Alistair and Jenny, who are on the cruise with us.
Oh, right.
Our longer Virgin Voyages party cruises just like last weekend's wild cruise, or are they much calmer?
They are a little bit calmer. I came away from our first Virgin voyage, and I remember saying, it wasn't as mad as I thought. Everyone makes out it's really rowdy and really, it wasn't that first one. I was quite surprised.
That was a week long, wasn't it?
That was a week long. But this one it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like what the program portrayed it as, I wouldn't have said, but the atmosphere was a lot more oomph and people. But then again, it was a party cruise, and they're all sort of party cruises roughly at the moment. So everyone's getting on, and especially from the UK as well. So it's very boom, boom, boom. It's just we were delayed as well boarding by about 3 or 4 hours. So a lot of people had gone into Portsmouth and just enjoyed the local brews. I mean, this was a 4-night cruise, and I think it didn't. The thing of it is, you had your first night, so everyone's excited. You've got your second night. Well, the ship had just rocked up into Amsterdam. I will be honest, the ship did seem quieter that night, but then that's because they'd all gone into Amsterdam. The third night, of course, was Scarlet Night, because I have to get that in. So that's a big party. And I mean, not being funny, if you're wearing a costume like I did, I'm looking at it, it's still drying on the, well, it's finished drying, it's on the door. Yeah, if you're wearing a costume like that, you might want to drink, because some of the costumes, I did see a lobster dancing around, and Lindsay's costume was really cool as well. I just see a couple. There was some really quirky outfits. So, I mean, you know, some people like to have a drink before they do that. So that was a good party night. And then the last night, I will say this, normally on a cruise, you could sense everyone was like, it's coming to an end. But there were people determined to still party. Yeah. Although I will be honest, by this point, I mean, that last sea day, there was a party in the afternoon, and everybody started like dancing around the pool and everything, didn't they?
That was brilliant, that was.
And so I was like, I went up just, I mean, it took me till afternoon to come out of bed off the hammock, because I was sleeping on the hammock, and then I went up and I carried on partying, and I thought, oh, you can do this, Luke, you can do this. And you know what, by the time it was dinner hour, I was like dropping. I could hardly keep my eyes open, talking to people. We actually went to, and I did not know Virgin do this, and it's really quite cool. If you go to the back of the ship, if you've been on the ship before, you've got the dock, and they have like these really cool like loungy bed things. The entertainment people were doing stargazing, and they were talking about all like Greek mythology and all.
It was really chill.
And it was really, and they were talking really calm at this, and they turned all the lights off, and you could just see the stars. And I had a little towel wrapped around me, and I could just feel myself going. I was so whacked. If I'd have had one of those lie downy beds, I'd have been gone.
But yeah, so to answer the question, the longer cruises are
probably are.
They're a bit more chilled.
Yes.
The one we did anyway.
Yeah.
But you can still have the party atmosphere every night if you want, but there's more chill spaces.
But if party's not for you, they still do quieter things like the wake and the afternoon tea. I mean, yeah, they do quieter things.
Another question. So this is from Justin and Tristan, the Cruise Boys. Haven't been on Virgin Voyages before yourselves. What surprised you most, and what was different this time to previous? I think we've kind of covered that, haven't we?
Kind of. I mean, obviously, like we said, it was a bit more livelier than the last cruise, but the service and all wasn't impacted by it. The food was still exceptional.
Food was really good.
There was nothing wrong with the food.
I'm trying to think. There wasn't a huge. It was just. I think it was a bit more chill, the last one, wasn't it? It was quite intensive as well.
For us, I know last time we actually managed to fit shows in. So like maybe on the second night, we'd have had a show put in. So it takes away from the whole. I mean, there was a lot of people on this cruise that we knew. So we spent a lot of time with them and partying, and it was a nice atmosphere. We didn't have that last time. We didn't really know anybody when we first went on board, did we? No. It was just me and you. But yeah, I think a longer cruise is slightly calmer. Just like people pace themselves, because obviously there's not a drinks package in a conventional drinks package sense, is there? So people are aware that the tab will run out if they belt it like we did on the first cruise. We went through, what did we go through in 2 days?
About $400 again.
What, each?
No, between us.
I remember we were worried.
$400, $500. No, that was the first day. Sorry, that was the first day.
We were worried. We'd gone over half by the second day, and we were starting to worry we're not going to be able to enjoy this.
But we left with $17 on board.
Yeah,
we could have spent that.
What are you on about now on this one?
Yeah.
No,
sorry,
7. By the
7
time
was it?
I bought shot glass from the shop, and I bought bits and pieces. Yeah, I wish I bought more. I wish I bought the octopus with the tattoos.
And we've got the final question here from Elaine. So what we'll say, if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat now, and then we'll get to your questions next. So Elaine's gone on Princess. So I had to reduce this one so it could fit in. So let me read it out for you.
Okay, you've abbreviated it.
Yes.
Sorry, I
shortened it.
I can hear the tellies come on. I think the dog must have hit the remote control, and it's making sounds.
So the question is, I shall wait for Luke, but come on, Lukey. So I'm on Sky Princess on the 2nd November for food show cruise. I had an email. The new Princess Plus package will be available on all ships mid-October. Currently have 2 special dining options on my current premium package. The new one has unlimited specialty dining. Not sure if it's worth upgrading. Personally, I think you won't be able to get into specialty dining if everyone takes up the offer. So this is around Princess announcing their new £75 per person per day premier package, which has unlimited drinks, unlimited specialty dining, and unlimited Wi-Fi. So I've thought this as well, that if everybody goes for that package, it's going to be quite difficult for non-premium people to get into specialty dining. Would I upgrade? Well, I don't know whether I don't know whether.
The thing of it is, they're forcing people to upgrade just to be able to experience what. This is this is one of our big pet hates at the moment with cruising, and it's getting on our nerves. Is this whole booking, dining in advance, all these things on all these apps all the time. Used to go on a ship, used to say, "Oh, I fancy Sindhu tonight. Let's go and see." Yeah, sometimes it might have been full. Come back in half hour. Come back in an hour. Take a page or do whatever. I can cope with that. Or let's book it in advance, and everyone like fumbling for their phones 2 weeks before a cruise or whatever the time.
Our Virgin one was the same.
It's annoying me to hell because you're taking the experience right away from it. You're making something that was fun, really like planned. And sometimes you don't fancy a meal like every night, and especially the ones you picked, you might not fancy like
Done that quite a few times, haven't we?
We've changed.
So the Virgin cruise we've just done, with that one, they released about 30% of the bookings a few weeks before. They were gone like that. By that midday, people had snapped them all up. So I don't like it. It's one thing
maybe
we
everyone
don't
should just stop buying the package, like the food packages and all, and stop going to specialty, and they'll be thinking, "Oh, what's going on?" Just get the message across.
But would I upgrade? I don't know. It's an extra £25 a day, I think, isn't it? So
yeah, it's quite a lot.
It's quite a lot. I don't know. I don't think I personally would.
I mean, I think James and Sophie did it.
Yeah.
No, not the new
they're
one.
the two, didn't they?
They had the other new one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's kind of helped. If there's anybody in the chat got any thoughts on that, pop it in there as well. It'd be nice to get a bit of conversation going there. So let me head back to the chat.
Let's see what unlimited specialty. I mean, that's basically you won't even have to eat the main dining room. But then what's the point? I do. It does annoy me a bit. I got to be honest.
Yeah, we're not fans of that.
We're a bit annoyed with that. That's one of our peeves. It's not very often we start getting argue about things on cruising, but that's something that's bugging us at the moment. Unfortunately, it's not always plain sailing, is it?
Okay, and there's a lot of people saying yes, they'd go on.
Is that here, or is this yes, they'd come?
Yeah, no, yes. They.
I don't know how far.
Yes, they'd choose a Virgin cruise. There's not many no's in there, so that's quite good to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things. Admittedly, I will put my hand up. When I first saw Virgin, I was like, no way. It's all gimmicky. The room looked really tacky. I thought, oh, the whole hammock's a bit of a gimmick. I honestly thought it's too much. And I didn't like the idea of the roundabout. There's no grand lobby. But you know what? It works. What they do on the ship, the events, the entertainment, it works for that ship. How they do it is just brilliant. I mean, a mini cruise is the way possibly to give it a go. I would say, bear in mind, it could be a bit more lively being a party cruise. But I definitely, if you get the opportunity, maybe this year, if you've got any time and you've got the availability, go.
There's only one left, I think.
It was people just went no.
I think it was 6 nights in September.
Yeah, because next year from Southampton, there's only about the shortest they've got. I believe it's 6 nighters, and there's only 2. Sorry, I keep saying that. I know what I meant.
It's not far from Southampton.
Not far, yeah.
So we've got a question here from Susan. What age groups are on the ship?
Very varied, actually. It's hard to say. I mean, I met people who were 18, that sort of age. I met people who were 60s, 70s. I'd say people. Yeah.
On the last Virgin cruise, there was a more older demographic. This one had a very middle-aged.
This one was very 40s, 50s.
30s, 50s, I'd say. It was very much that.
Yeah. It worked. It just worked.
As we said, as you said earlier, Luke, young at heart, isn't it?
That's all you need. And everybody gets. I mean, these people, they laugh and joke. That's one thing as well. I will say about a Virgin voyage. Some cruise lines, I don't know, especially on these forums, on these groups, you tend to find somebody will put a comment in. It could be a controversial subject. I don't know, what would you say? And people get really aggressive and angry about it and start like really going at people. You don't get that with Virgin. And if people are like, this is Virgin, do what you want, and wear what you want.
That follows nicely into the next question.
Very orientated as usual, however. So loads of party pineapple people on board too.
There wasn't there? Let's be honest.
There was. But you know what? It's not offensive in any way. It's very like people talk very openly about things, which is kind of nice actually. But I'd never felt uncomfortable in any way at all.
No, and everybody's adults. Everybody's
That's the thing, yeah.
Take responsibility for yourself.
It was never like forced on you, nothing like that. Everything was completely fine. And honestly, it was very comfortable.
We did meet some I think they call lifestylers as well, and we met some. They're lovely people.
Met loads of
quite open about it, and it's not our thing, but if they they're happy with it, and they're enjoying it, and that's the good thing with Virgin. Everybody can be who they want to be and be themselves. That is really not. That's what we do like with Virgin, really, isn't it? Oh, you're on. Okay, so yeah, there is a comedy cruise going ahead, isn't there?
Yes, and do you know what? That was last minute planned, wasn't it? Because we booked our group cruise before this one, and it's the same time as our group cruise. And Russell Howard is on there.
Yeah,
I know Russell Howard is on there, and that will be, honestly, if I was booked on that one, I mean, I would be really, really excited. It's a shame he's not on another one, because I think we would book it. I would blow the money. I'd break my bank account. I'd smash the savings pig, and I would go right now, because I didn't even want to get off, and I wanted to go back on. I only came off just to
puppy though, didn't we?
Yeah, the puppy. Shame you can't take dogs, isn't it?
Life in the Parks. Good evening. I think they were on Apex when we were on Resilient.
And they've been on Disney as well. Was that recently as well, Disney? I'm sure I've seen, because they posted in our group, I believe. Sorry, I've seen so many things.
It was an epic cruise. I loved interviewing Luke in a casino.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember
yes,
that?
I do. I do know who this is. Yes. And it was lovely to meet you and your husband. It was lovely. I miss the casino. I miss it all. Yeah.
This sums up really.
Yeah.
Off ship today. Excellent. Service excellent. Food specialty restaurants was very high quality. Yeah.
Food was phenomenal. It really was so good.
Considering how busy they were, they made able to churn out that food.
And the thing is, they will go above and beyond to, like, when we were sat in the dock. Is it the dock or the dock house? I always get confused. The nice nautical themed one at the back. They do these little plates. You have like your steak skewer and your chicken, and you have octopus, don't you? And this, honestly, they're so good. But was it Lindsay asked for? There was something on there. What was it? It was like a. Oh, if Lindsay's in the thing, she might help me out. What was it? It was like a purple thing. It was like a beetroot, and it looked a bit like hummus and stuff. But they, what do they call it, mezzi? And there was the cheese and all that went in a cocktail.
Oh yeah.
And because she liked the cheese so much, the guy was like, "Here, have a little thing of the cheese." You can't go wrong, really. And
they can do nothing.
All of it is included. There were some dishes that are elevated, little bits and pieces here and there, but most of it is included, and it is of really good quality and standard. It's brilliant.
P. Nicholas's daughter and boyfriend on the cruise tonight. 11.
Wow. Back to Amsterdam. Where was it last week? There, because we're just going through. Oh right. Oh, okay. Cool.
So 4 nighters are Amsterdam.
So that would have been because I know at one point I was thinking of doing a back to back, and we could have pulled it off.
And then Sunday.
Gail and Mike loved it. They said that was their first.
Did good. Good year.
It looked like you enjoyed it as well.
Can't wait to go again. So, have you booked another one, or are you booking another one?
Yeah, that's the other thing we've done, ladies and gentlemen. We do put our money where our mouths are, and we have actually got a future cruise deposit booked and thing, and we have penciled in the cruise for next year. We have penciled it in.
Penciled them in.
We've penciled it in.
Stay tuned for more on that one.
Most excited about that. Yeah.
So we've got Daft Cat Travel. Completely agree with Gail and Mike as well. So Ken, as we said, we didn't go through that onboard credit.
We didn't.
No.
Can you believe it? All that drinking, admittedly, we did get access to Richard's roof again. So we
hashtag ad.
But I know, I will say this is what surprised us. Last time when we did the longer cruise, we seemed to drink a lot more of the Moe at the happy hour up there. This time, I don't think we drank much.
There was just too much going on to go there.
There was so many people on the ship as well. I didn't want to leave them. I think I went up the roof for a sleep most of the time. That's all I went there for, was just like go to sleep.
Yeah, I had a lovely sleep then until I was rudely awakened.
Well, you can go into that or not. I don't think it's
it's
a bit weird.
No.
Yeah, very strange. But what was I saying now?
We didn't go for sleep.
Yeah, basically we didn't drink that much this time at the roof, did we? And we came away with about £7 left in the account. And I bought ship's model out of that as well. So it wasn't even all spent on the drinks.
Absolutely loved it. That's good. Everybody's loving Virgin, aren't they?
It's just one of those things. It's just so. I can understand how you'd feel a bit apprehensive if you've never done it before and you liked how traditional cruising is. But what I would say is you can quite easily go to restaurants such as the Wake. You can quite happily sit in the, like we've been sat there before now in the roundabout, and they've got proper bands playing. So if you like your entertainment, you cannot fault the entertainment on that ship. It's not all raves and parties and things. There's varied entertainment. Yeah. There was bits and pieces going on the dock. They do live music and they all carry it. There's so many different things you can do. Like we said,
roundabout as well.
Yeah, like I said, the last night when we were lying down, sleeping nearly, listening to people talking about Athena and Persephone and all the gods, and we were talking about the stars and the constellation. I mean, would you expect that on a Virgin? Would you expect that? I mean, I wouldn't have. I was quite shocked, but that's what I'm saying. You can do as much or as little as you want. Yeah.
So, question here: our friends going on from the seas. What's your standout thing to do on board?
Definitely do the
North Star.
North Star. I was going to say the magic eye. Something else.
The North Star is worth doing.
Yeah.
I'd say bumper cars because they're great fun.
The bumper cars are amazing.
iFly I did.
Yeah.
The Spider and the Dyson, as Luke kept calling it at the time.
Dyson. Well, we've got the magic eye, Spider and Dyson.
Solarium, adults only. Lovely little area.
That is a big bonus for me. Jamie's Italian was, I would say, would you say that was your favourite on that?
On that
every time we always say about it. And I was quite, I'm a bit, Jamie Oliver did upset me because he got rid of my turkey Twizzlers, and I used to love turkey Twizzlers. But I've let him off now because his restaurant.
All is forgiven. But yeah, hopefully that'll help them anyway. What would you prioritise doing on a short sailing? So we're talking about Virgin here now. If we are, I'd say bottomless brunch.
That we've only done this time was a new thing for us, and I would definitely recommend, especially those who worry about like with the drinks, because what was it, $25 a head? If you go in, like we were saying this afternoon, we were talking about, if you go in about 11:30, say,
you get a good few hours.
You'd get, because they don't serve steak until midday.
I don't think so. No, it's breakfast and lamb.
But I mean, if you'd had a couple of drinks, you had your starter, and then went through. I mean, we did sit this quite a while.
What's good value
there when we went?
2, I think, 2, 3.
So we did get, and it's just, you can have whatever you want.
I'd say get that in. I'd try and see some of the shows around the world in 80 minutes. Diva's good. Diva Bingo.
Show, Justin and Tristan.
Another Rose.
They said that was really good. I am gutted we missed that. And it wasn't fully booked when we went on, admitted. We could have booked what they call a balcony, but apparently you don't see the show.
I think that's $50 that one.
And we were humming and ahhing about it, and then we went to book it and it sold out. But basically that's a similar, probably a bit more heightened version of like the Limelight Club from P&O, isn't it? If you've experienced that before, like a sit down, have your meal kind of lounge.
So that is charged, but bottomless brunch again is charged. But that's only if you go for the bottomless brunch. The food in the wake is free of charge, so you could just go there for breakfast.
So you have to really throw yourself at the Scarlet Night party. Honestly, no outfit would be too over the top because people will just love it. Honestly, you can't, and you have to jump in the pool. It's brilliant.
With the dining, like Razzle Dazzle and the Wake are open for brunch and stuff like that, so you can fit quite a bit in. We loved Pink Agave. We didn't get to do Gumby this time. Again,
we haven't managed to do Gumby. I wanted to, but I just.
There was next time.
Thing is, I don't. We were saying this. It went so fast. Me and Gavin got to the last night. Like, we haven't actually really watched a show. We haven't done this. We haven't done that. I mean, I think it didn't. Wasn't it?
The shows we did see were about 10 minutes.
2 days in before I actually made my way up to the play park and actually had to go on the swings up because I hadn't even done that. Like
the adult play park.
Yeah, and I'm not sure actually. Was the net closed the entire cruise this time? I got a feeling every time I saw there was a sign saying it was closed. We couldn't even go on the net. Not that I would rush for that, especially as you've got to take your shoes off because it really hurts your feet. But it's nice to just do it for some selfies.
So we'd say get your dining in, get your brunches and your evening meals. You can split the restaurants around that way, so you can cover quite a few in a short cruise. Around the world, namings with the Diva. Throw yourself in the
bingo with the Diva is also really good. I do regret we didn't do that.
It's so much to do. That's the problem. So try and plan it, but then if you overplan it takes away from the enjoyment.
And like we found, it's hard going from one thing to another because you just don't want to leave something. You're just so
been looking at Amsterdam on P&O. Wouldn't want to be booze cruise. It shouldn't. It depends. If you have a bank holiday or weekend, is more likely to be.
If it's a midweek one, like you sort of sometimes you get them like Monday to Friday.
Should be all right.
The ship will depend on what sort of atmosphere you're going to get. I'm not sure which ship.
And if it's going to be something like Aurora or Arcadia, it'll be a bit more
chilled back. It will be chilled back, laid back, chilled out across my hair.
My only issue with my last Virgin Voyage was I did not buy more than one future booking ticket.
I know,
and they've changed my next Virgin Voyages, so it's not quite as appealing anymore.
No, they were offering a very enticing deal before, but you never know. It probably will come back.
It might do.
Especially maybe I'd say we often get Black Friday deals with
Mhm.
cruise lines, and maybe that's when they'll bring it back, I think.
And if you've got any travel agents, sometimes they'll have some
Yeah.
spare as well. So it's worth asking around. Somebody else saying they won't rush to book things.
No.
Would you ever want to go on a world cruise?
Ooh.
Which cruise? So I asked this today.
Yeah.
Might have been yesterday. What's people's perfect cruise length? I think ours is about 14 nights. 12 to 14 nights, probably.
I could probably do longer, but obviously I wouldn't be drinking the way I drink, and I would be hitting the gym, and things would probably tone right down.
The thing with the world cruise, I don't know if I could cope with 3 months on the same ship.
I think I'd have to do a leg, like we've said this before. You do a leg on one, move over to another one, move over to another, just to mix things up a little bit, I think. And I'd feel like I'd got better value for money as well. Mm-hmm. And then if you start getting fed up with one ship, you've got the other one to go on to, haven't you? Because
good evening, Bella from Melbourne, Australia.
Scarlet Night at the Roundabout really did work. It does. Yeah.
Can I have a free Cruise Monkeys t-shirt, please? Sorry, they're available to buy on our shop only.
Where's my drink?
It's down there somewhere.
I'm drinking the Coke.
I'm starting to lose my voice now as well.
Yeah.
Skyline Roundabout really did work. Yeah, that was brilliant on the roundabout. Let's have a look. There's a question here.
Carry on.
We booked Cinder Epicure Beach House for the group cruise. Costs are different for each. What extra costs are 3 restaurants on board when we eat? So, Cinder, you've probably paid £10 deposit for your meal.
Yeah.
So that comes off your bill. Normally, we spend around £20 a person, so we end up paying like £20-25 at the end of the night. Mains are around £9-10, I think. Starters around the £5-6. Puddings around £5-6. So
yeah, but they get added on a la carte, and they get added to your meal on top.
Yes.
Is it a la carte?
Yeah. So you and the £10 is just
because it used to be they charge you £25 or whatever. It was £25. And you used to have like your 3-course meal, but half the time you didn't really even fancy the pudding. So for us now, the fact you're just paying £10, you were probably getting a better main. And we're still coming away spending actually less. So I don't know how that business model is working for them, because
they're giving less food, aren't they? So we're only ordering a starter and a main most of the time.
Yeah, I suppose.
So it does.
But the other one I really like, Beach House, I do love. Beach House is only £10.
That's around £10 again.
And then you go in, but then again, there are things on the menu. So you might see like the salt rock steak, the lava steak, whatever.
I think they're about £8, aren't they?
They're about £8 on top. You might see a pudding that might be elevated as well, like it's like a sharing, isn't it? One of the sharing ones.
I think so.
We've had it before, but you don't have to have them if you don't want to.
I think on the last cruise we did on the Zura, we went there twice, did we? And I think both
went there about
was it more than
4 or 5 times.
And one night I didn't bother paying any extras, and the food is fine. You don't need to pay extra in the beach house, but if you do, it's only small amounts. And then the Epicurean, from what I remember, has no charges at all. So I think that's about £30, depending on the cruise again. And that's everything included.
They usually put it in the menu. So I mean, even the main dining room does it now. Though on P&O, there's a whole new thing on like a blue little menu on the side. You can have a whole elevated menu that you pay for. They're all cruise lines are doing this now. It's not the whole menu; it's just little bits. So it might be things like, say, like I've had it before, like scallops for my starter instead of having like prawn cocktail or soup or something. I've gone one step because I fancied it, and you're on holiday, so that's what I've done. I was just saying, this is what I seen. So they were saying the 3 day after the 4 day was a lot less crazy. I'd say there was a lot of pent up excitement for that first 4 nights because the ship had just rocked.
And it was bank holiday weekend, wasn't it?
Bank holiday weekend, as we said. I think. I mean, it was bloody bonkers. It was it was so much fun. I loved it. I really had so much fun on that cruise.
Ken saying about agreeing with the pre-booking. It's. I think that's one thing we didn't have to do on Virgin this time was book entertainment. It was first come first serve for everything, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure last year we had to book,
which is probably why perhaps we did, because we booked it. You were saying, I remember you saying to me, "Oh, we're going here tonight. We're going here tonight." So and we didn't have any of that this time. We were just we're gonna have fun. And
then you'd get there and it was full. Having the 18th birthday. There we go. Somebody having their 80th birthday. 18th birthday. We had someone in their 80s. That's
in the shows. You do, and as I said, these people they're everywhere, and they're mixing and they're getting on with each other. It was really, really good. I can't rave on about it enough. I absolutely loved it.
What would be your top tip for first time on Virgin?
I'd say if you like your drink, look at the menus if you can online and things, and I would get your tabs in, because by buying your tabs, you do get that small little, like $50 whatever added to every tab you're getting.
If you've got status with another cruise line, match it on Virgin, because you'll get some extras for doing that as well.
Yeah.
So have a look. Just look at Virgin status match, and it'll come up on their website. What was that website? It's there's a Virgin Voyages website, which a VV Insider, I think it's called.
Yeah, that's good.
There's loads of information on there. Have a look at that. It's not connected to Virgin. It's somebody set up as a hobby or something. But have a look on there. And it's just so much information.
And I would definitely invest in a really good Scarlet Night outfit.
Yeah,
I would. Oh, and some rehydration sachets. They're handy.
Which was your favourite restaurant? So
it's always the Wake for me.
Pink Agave.
Pink Agave and the Wake.
Yeah.
The Wake.
Brunch was pretty good, wasn't it?
Brunch was pretty good, and the Dockhouse is good as well, though.
Somebody who went to Lisa went to the Wake and the food came out cold. Oh,
really? That's no good. That's really look. Ours was fine.
Hopefully, you sent it back and they sorted that for you.
Because we were on quite a big table as well, so I was half expecting when we all went down together there to be some sort of hiccups and mixed up orders.
Well, lunch or brunch of the Wake was 6 of us. No, 6. And then when we went to dinner one night, there was 10 of us at least, wasn't there?
Yeah, it's at least 10. Yeah,
they coped quite well with that.
Yeah, they didn't seem to. It's a shame, that is. It really is. Then, having said that before, when you first ever went to the dock, you weren't too impressed with the chicken, were you?
No. Just trying to find more questions. Yeah, question.
From the longer video, yes, I would definitely like to do Panama Canal cruise. Again, though, because it's longer, a lot of people would think, oh, God, how would you afford the drinks on that? And I do wonder, but I also think, no, I think you do start to pace yourself over time. I can't drink the rate I drink for any probably longer now than about 3 nights on the trot. After that, I need at least one night of just a refresh, recharge, second wind, and then carry on, even on a week cruise.
Lisa saying the dock was her favourite. Yeah, we enjoy the dock.
I like the informal. Well, they're all informal, really, in a way, but just like how relaxed it is there.
Mediterranean G&T with the feta. Yeah, that's lovely.
That's the one. Oh.
Right. Always stick to Royal. What are the main benefits of Virgin compared to Royal? So I think Karen and Lee, who are in the chat, they were loyal to Royal. And once they tried Virgin, they soon swapped over.
I mean, we really liked Royal Caribbean.
A lot of up charges we found, even though, they're saying there's even more now, but when we were on it, Jamie's, Wonderland, all that was quite expensive on them by the steakhouse.
Yeah.
Whereas on Virgin, all of dining's included.
All of it. As I said, 1 or 2 dishes here and there, but all of it is included.
The drinks are slightly cheaper than Royal Caribbean, possibly, from remember.
See, the thing of it is, with that Virgin, again, you can't have a drinks package. Royal, you can, but Royal Caribbean's drinks packages have gone extortionate. So actually looking at what you get, it's either drink sense is probably on par, maybe even slightly cheaper.
I'd say it's cheaper.
I mean,
we haven't been on Royal now.
The thing is, all your soft drinks are included on Virgin as well. Endless amounts of Coke, and it's not like fake Coke. It's not Pepsi. It's like Coke Zero. They're all Fanta. You get everything really. Soft drinks are included, and it's unlimited.
Life in the Parks is trying to get us on Disney.
I would like to, but again, they're very expensive. I would love to go. I'm not afraid to try them because I bet they do like Star Wars, don't they? So I would like that. But
so somebody here has got
Cheeky Corner Suite. Ooh.
Cheeky Corner Suite, and they've got loads of onboard credit. Well, people were buying bottles of Moët and just taking them with them. To use up credit.
We did see that.
Be warned if you get stopped by customs.
What you've got to remember is, with Virgin, you buy your tab. Your tab might give you like extra $50, but that is just specifically for drinks. So if you don't drink it, you lose it. If you have a tab and you go into your loot, I'm on to loot you can use for drinks, and you can, all your shopping or your onboard things. So it's I get. I mean, maybe.
And if you really want to spend it, just buy a watch or some jewelry or what was it? It was 600 loot. Yeah, so you can
so
jewelry,
200 bar tabs. So I mean, don't worry if because I think if you like a drink, I mean $200, we'd probably go through that quite quickly, easily a day.
You're talking a pint of Heineken was $7. A gin and tonic was about $11. Brunch $25. So you could probably quite easily spend that.
Like I said, if you carry on drinking and you haven't got any further tabs, your loot will be the one that it comes off then. But it doesn't work the other way around.
Lizzie Lou's asking me press the thumbs up button. If you can do that down below, it really helps. I'm not sure what it actually does, but everybody says it does.
I didn't bring my little ship's model. I bought a ship's model to show everybody, and I've left it downstairs. I should have got it when I was doing the
TV. Solo's program was amazing, somebody said. Okay.
What's this? Sorry? Solo's program was amazing. Oh, well, that's nice to know, because I was thinking about that today, because we have a friend. We often thought, we could bring our friend with us, but then it's like, we're Virgin, I don't know if I want to share a room. No, there's nothing wrong with our friend, but yeah.
Hi, are we fixed yet? No, not quite. I know.
Do we sound fixed?
We're getting there, hopefully.
I haven't even touched a drop of alcohol.
A lot of sleep this weekend. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I need more sleep.
Okay, somebody's saying Virgin, right? So Virgin different league to roll for food. Yeah, we'd say the same as well. Yeah, no gratuities. That's a good one. Forgot about that.
Yeah. And your Wi-Fi is included. Yeah.
But I said, do the status match if you can, because there's extras.
I mean, it's like a lot of these cruise lines we're seeing now. You're going on the likes of Princess or P&O or whatever, and you've got to pay this, you've got to buy that, you've got to package this, you've got to book your dining ahead. And by the time you finish, if you actually added it up, because we have done that once or twice, look at a more expensive, more premium cruise line, but with all what they include, you actually come off sometimes better off. You'd have been better off with a more premium cruise
We've had this
line.
conversation, I think, with Ken Goes Cruising, where they can Oceania, with all the things that's included. It works out to be relatively not cheap, but
it's like reasonable. We did it. We sat down and we were looking at the prices of a Marella cruise and a P&O cruise. And by the time we put our drinks packages on for Marella and what we had with, drinks packages on with P&O, it was basically the same price as Marella, if not Marella was slightly cheaper. And we thought, well, you can see why people are starting to, they're not loyal anymore. People are moving and trying different things. Yeah. And I recommend doing so. Like next year, we really are going to go out of our way to try some new cruise lines. We have to, because we've done P&O. And I mean, I know we get a lot of people asking, well, when are we going back on Iona, when are we going back on Avia? As much as we enjoyed them, we just want to try we need to try something else. Otherwise, our channel is just going to get stale. And we're all going to get bored. We're going to get, you get too into it. Like, this is why it gets harder to film if you're not as enthused about something.
We did ask on Facebook, what do you want to see us do? And there was a lot of NCL, a lot of Marella. So they're on the cards.
They're on the radar. They definitely are.
Astro Cruiser Henry asking, have you got hangover so quickly?
We haven't.
No, we haven't.
And I think while we're on the ship, if I tell you the truth, I don't think I sobered up. Because I really do remember going to bed, waking up one day and being, I remember you saying, and someone said I stunk of booze. And then I just went to brunch and carried on. And then I left that. And then what else we did? Oh, then that was the night then. Was that the night we went to Amsterdam and all?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then it rolled into Scarlet Night. It just did not stop.
And there was one morning we went to midnight snacks at 6 a.m. and that ended up in breakfast.
Midnight snacks, you mean breakfast?
Yeah. But I didn't want people to think we woke up early to go to breakfast. Well, I mean, on the way to bed.
You can tell because I'm still in a Power Ranger costume. It's not the sort of thing you check on to go to breakfast, is it?
No, I think we covered that one. We haven't done Gumby, unfortunately.
Unfortunately not. We will one day. It'd be like, for us, we'd have to do it with some friends or somebody, because we film and you'd want whoever you were doing it with to be completely comfortable with it.
So, again, I might confirm, it was closed for the whole cruise.
Because I did keep going. Every time I was there, I was like, there's a sauna, and I don't know why. I kept saying for maintenance or something.
We haven't done Alaska cruise, but we'd love to, wouldn't we?
We've another thing we've been looking at recently, because a lot of people are saying to us about going to the fjords, and as you know, we've been to the fjords already this year. We're going back now in a fortnight, not even a fortnight. We've been there last year. We went for your birthday. We've been there several times now, and people keep saying to us, you need to try Alaska because you get a lot more wildlife, bears and whales and things. So I would like to see that.
I want to go on a Halloween cruise.
That would be really, really cool.
I think they do that on
cool.
Virgin Skier Fest.
I've actually seen one come up. I don't know if it's for this year or next year. And I bet you the costumes. Well, even on an ordinary cruises like Princess and all them, they all make effort. Everyone dresses up. That would be really cool to do.
Let's have a look. Question: Have you ever been in Celebrity Infinity?
No, but I did look at that one because it came up at a very reasonably priced. At the same time, we were thinking of going on Azura, and actually, it was like that. But the bit that swung it for me was when we booked our Sun Princess and we were going on the itinerary we were going on, I thought it'd be a lot warmer than it was. And it wasn't until we actually started looking at our ports and all properly, because we looked at the ship before the itinerary, whereas it wasn't actually that warm that time of year. And we started thinking, oh no, what have we done? And then as it happened, it got cancelled. So we went to the Canaries, didn't we, on Azura, which we loved. It was nice and hot. So unfortunately, we didn't go on the Infinity. Otherwise, we would have done in Celebrity Infinity, because it didn't look too bad. I mean, how bad can it really be? The ship's not too old, I don't think. Is it? I mean, from what I'm remembering off the top of my head, isn't it like 2010 or something? It's not that old.
Then we've mentioned this one in passing, haven't we? No gratuities in this one.
No gratuities. That's why I don't understand, because when they set out to be Virgin, they wanted to get rid of all this, and I'm like, the one thing you didn't do was have a drinks package. You've just got this. I get it, but it would be nice if you did have a package, just so that you can have that peace of mind of knowing but even if you have to, you could sell the cruise 2 fares and just have one with package, one without. But once you've done it, it's peace of mind, and you can just enjoy yourself. And yeah, that's my take.
That's an old question. Sorry, it's skipped. It does this weird thing every now and then, skipping back. Hope to Halloween cruise. Found where we are now.
Yes, retro games. I agree with you. I love the social club, and if you haven't, you have to try the wings. And the popcorn is really, really good as well.
And they were really good for you, weren't they? Because your costume had.
Yes, they gave me. The lady was there, and she had gloves, and I said, "I'm going to ask a question." I said, "Do you have any of those gloves?" And she said, "Yes." Why? I said, "Because I'm wearing this." And then she laughed, but she gave me the gloves.
Virgin is typically more expensive than other cruise lines like P&O. Do you think it's worth the extra money? And if so, why?
It's a hard one, because we've said this, but I do. It's one of those things you kind of get what you pay for. You do. You can have a good time, is what I'm saying, on a cheaper brand like MSC or P&O. They're the ones I'd say that they get you in, don't they? They're the lower end. But I think if you go for more premium ones, the problem I will say is once you go to something more premium, it's harder to go back, because just for instance, like to say Cunard over P&O, there's a hell of a lot more passenger to space ratio. It's huge. People, but then you can get it on Aurora, but then Aurora is notably more expensive than like Iona.
The thing is, they're different experiences as well, aren't they? It depends what you're after.
You have to weigh it in what you want from a ship. If a lot of space is important to you, top quality food is important. I mean, if you're happy to have burger, chips, buffet, very cheaper ones are fine. But
the galley food on Virgin is nothing like a buffet on a cruise ship, is it?
Well, it's the same as Queen Anne in a way, although better than Queen Anne. I will say that it is better than Queen Anne. We had that. What was that burger we had on the last day? They do a burger of the day. It was a chicken, and oh my god, it was so nice. And the food up there, it really is exceptional. It's like a food hall, isn't it? Again, which a lot of cruise lines are doing now. Maybe he trendset that.
Yeah. I know you don't pay tips on P&O, but Cunard and Royal Caribbean, you do pay tips. That's included in Virgin.
And then you've got to watch. Sometimes you pay like a commission on your drinks as well. So if you've not got a package, so I know like Cunard's one that does that. You pay did we say 15% on top of the price? So you might look at the menu and go, £7 or whatever, but it's not. It's actually dearer.
MSC's another one if you haven't got a drinks package.
Yeah, another one.
Royal Caribbean, they all do it.
They all have this commission on top of the drinks package.
We didn't do the Group B, no.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't really with all of us there. It probably broke it, Naomi. I'm surprised it didn't break the poor seahorse.
So again, it's hard to know. If you go on to VV Insider, they do have a drinks tab calculator, and they'll tell you you put in how many drinks you have.
You might have a £500 bar tab, but if you've got loot, remember that once your tab is gone, it switches over to your loot and starts eating through your loot. But if you've got the other way around, you can't use your tab for anything other than drinks.
Other than drinks, yeah.
So bear that in mind. So if you've got extra if you've got extra loot on top of that deal, or you've got, what's the other one? Like Sea Blazers, sometimes you get $100.
Sometimes you get extras, don't you?
So just check it. But what did we spend on our 4-nighter? We had about £1,100, but that was loot and tabs.
Yes.
We spent 11. We had 1,100. So in 4 nights, we come away with £7 credit.
$7 credit.
Sorry, $7 credit. I know what I mean.
But that was heavy. So if you don't drink much, you can't go by what we spend because it's it's quite a personal thing. But you have a look at that VV Insider website.
Yeah.
There's a drinks calculator on there, and that'll probably really help you. And remember, if you run out of bar tab and loot, you just pay as you go and have a bill at the end. So there's about between 10 and 25%, depending on how much bar tab you actually buy, bonus for buying a bar tab. But if you only go over it by $50 or £50, whatever, it's not worth buying a bar tab just to cover that. You might as well just pay the extra 50. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, when you first switched, the loot and the tab used to get me so confused, but yeah, I've got it now.
Yeah, we made a brunch. That's breakfast.
Breakfast, yeah. We did make breakfast. Well, we had breakfast before bed.
Oh yeah, they were so good. I think we've jumped again, haven't we?
The hanging stick, yeah.
We've jumped
again. Back again now.
Let me get the. I really don't like it when it does this jumping.
Why does it do it? Is it something to do with the mouse?
Right, hang on.
I did see this one. Who are you saying with after group? So we have Cunard we're sailing with. After Britannia, we have Cunard. Then we haven't got anything else officially booked yet. We've penciled one in now, obviously, on Virgin. We do have future cruise credit, which we have to use next year for Princess. So we will be going on a Princess at some point. We were thinking earlier part of the year because we were thinking Caribbean or somewhere, weren't we? But we're not entirely sure on that now.
We'll see.
We'll see how it all pans out. But yeah, we're trying to space our cruises a bit further apart because making the videos and things, I feel like I'm not finished with it. Like a vlog series before I go on the next ship, and it's not the same then when you come back, when you've got to finish off the last one.
Are there morning sea day activities provided? Yes, there is. So fitness classes and things like that are all included as well.
And they do the yoga at the thing, don't they? What do they call that at the top? Oh, I forgot to sort the sound.
Perch on the side?
Perch, that's the one.
Do you rate Yacht Club? So we've never done Yacht Club.
Never done it.
And unfortunately, we've been there for a visit, but we've never actually stayed in Yacht Club. But a lot of people do sing praises, and I can imagine
on a ship as busy as MSC,
Virtuoso like that, probably worth it,
because you get to skip the queues, you get priority board, and you get your butler does things for you. They book things ahead, so you're more likely to be able to do things with ease as opposed to like a normal person. It can be more of a struggle with the capacity on board, can't it?
Elaine, always swap cruises as a good tip, and that's something we haven't really done. We've done a lot of P&O now.
Very heavy P&O Cunard at the start, weren't we?
Let's have a look.
But we're really glad. When we first went on MSC, we didn't really like it. Then we loved it, didn't we? It's some cruise like Princess we fell in love with straight away.
Yep.
Celebrity not so much.
So Sarah Smith has ordered my husband a Cruise Monkeys t-shirt and some lanyards. And this is how he's finding out. Well, we hope they're useful and enjoyable.
Well, it didn't come directly from here. We'll say that. They haven't come from this house. I mean, we only have the max. It's not his monkey. Well, I don't know, will that fit? Can you imagine? Here we go. We're posting it now.
It's a t-shirt and lanyards.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah. Lanyards are really popular, actually.
Yeah, very popular.
And if you want to buy anything from my shop, if you head over to cruisemonkeys.com/shop, and it'll take you over to our Shopify shop, and everything there is all printed to order as well. So we've got the lovely Nicola does all that for us.
There's Nicola, who is in the chat.
Yes. Right. We're going to do Keelan Can we get an Iona again in November?
Yes, do the turn with Tamworth cheese.
Tunworth.
I can't remember. Camembert, basically. But don't make the mistake I did and order extra garlic bread, because when the garlic bread comes out, it's like a garlic pizza. So I basically had a whole Camembert with the bits of bread they give you, because that's what we'd worked out before. They give you 2 bits of bread. And what we should have asked was extra of that bread, but I just thought, I just asked for garlic bread. That'll go. And it's just enormous, basically a pizza, which comes with cheese and all on it. So can you imagine piggy year trying to eat that and then have a steak afterwards?
But they come with a bit of bread and it's not enough, is it?
So I think you need to ask for more.
Yeah, we've asked for more, but I have heard others have asked for it and not had it. So
yeah, it depends who.
It might depend, when.
But yeah, that is one of our favourite dishes. I love the steaks in Keel and Cat, and I really do like that cheese.
Somebody asking about loot. Where do you get loot? So yeah, loot is their onboard credit.
Yeah.
So when you book, they'll sometimes throw in either a bar tab or loot.
Yeah.
I think you can buy loot as well.
I think you can.
And I think you can buy it as part when you.
Yes, like they very often, like one of the deals we've had, or the one we had for this cruise was, what was it? You booked on board, so you had 300. It was like, say it was £300. I'm saying it in pounds is easier. £300 deposit is what we put down. Obviously, that comes off the cruise. Then they were giving you an additional £300 off your cruise for doing that. Yes, and then they were giving you 300. Was it tab or loot? Tab.
That was the offer at the time. 300 tab.
Yeah,
and we had 600 loot.
Right, and then because we had the Blue Blazers thing, we had $100 on top. It's really worth looking into.
Yeah, the deep blue extras is because we status matched.
So yeah, again, as Gavin said before, try and status match if you can. It's definitely worth doing.
Okay, so yeah, somebody here's saying about how good value Yacht Club is and the prices. So Jay
That's
Smith.
Nicola saying she's in the chat. First cruise experience.
Well, hey. If you've got any questions left, pop them in.
That's what's been our worst cruise experience. That was on P&O Aurora.
Yeah. If you've got any questions left, pop them in now. We've got a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
So we just want to make sure we get everybody answers. Yeah, chuck them in now.
But yeah, the worst experience. Well, there was the because they lost our luggage. I mean, it wasn't all on P&O. That was the airline that they were doing it with, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was that Thomas Cook?
Yes.
We had trouble with that. We didn't actually get our cases that day. We had the day at sea, but I will say it's on behalf of P&O. They were really good. Like we had Elemis shaves and stuff because our electric razors and stuff were in the bag. They lent us tuxedos off the entertainment team because we didn't want to be sat in our cabin. They
did a really good job trying to make it up to us.
And they gave us. Did they give us anything?
We had a bridge tour thing.
Yeah, we had a little bridge tour, which was nice. So they made it. P&O tried to make it up, but I mean that was probably the worst experience.
Yeah, it was really disheartening. It really put a damper on the start of the cruise, to be honest, didn't it?
But when you're running around Malta, looking in peacocks and stuff, when you had better trousers, and the trousers you basically bought were just they didn't even fit me. Nice ones.
Oh, we just panicked fine, wasn't it?
And what else? Have you ever had any other bad experiences where we've been at over and over again?
Miami cruises. The arrival of Miami is always an awful experience.
Yeah, we've tried and avoid Miami from now on.
I think if we ever go back,
twice we've been there. Twice and that's my top tip. If ever you're flying to Miami, make sure you go to the toilet before that plane lands, because if you're in a queue for 3 hours, it's hell.
Yeah. So that's that one. We did one of the MSC Virtuosa cruises after COVID. It wasn't the first one. It was at the September one, wasn't it? And that was very busy.
Yeah, we did almost have a ship. No, they didn't roll over. We were caught in one of those freakish kind of waves where it caught the ship. We were on Bellissimo. It was a maiden voyage with Bay of Biscay, and the ship just lunged and everything just went sliding off the things, crushing one of the bars, all drugs everywhere. But it's not really bad.
You're talking about 40-odd cruises now, and they're just like
things we're really trying to pick at here.
So yeah, we tend to take a lot of the things as they, you know what I'm trying to say. We just kind of go with the flow, don't we?
Yeah.
We've never had a really bad cruise experience. We've never come off going, I'm never going on that cruise line again, or I'm never going on that ship again. We've come off going, oh, this wasn't as good as that ship.
I mean, it wasn't a cruise experience, but Sun Princess was kind of bad.
Yeah.
To cancel us 2 days before we were bloody going, after I'd packed my bag, that was bad. But I had to book another one. I wasn't going to unpack all those clothes. I'd ironed them. Like I never iron my clothes. I'd ironed them.
Okay, Nicholas, confirm any orders placed in the shop, they'll be going out over the weekend. So
lovely. It's nice to know.
So if you want anything, maybe I should be saying this, order it now and then she can sort it over the weekend. Sorry, Nicola. Okay, about your tattoos, Luke.
The Roman dates. It basically says in Roman, as long-winded as Roman numerals are, it just says 87. And that's the year I was born. because the idea was it was going to be a sleeve, and I haven't finished it yet. It was all one side's based on where I'm from, and the other side's based on like my star sign. I was going to do lions and things, but I haven't finished it yet. I haven't got around to it.
We've gone over the hour, but we've got a couple of questions left, so we'll just work through them.
Slave to the wage. Next Cruise Monkeys group cruise on Virgin in 2025. Wow.
Well, we'll see, isn't it?
You never say never. I mean,
I don't think we could do a group cruise on Virgin. I don't
know where the hell we do like meetups and stuff.
No.
And it would just be like, well, MSC was like,
yeah, and I think it'd be the same kind of thing.
No, I think Virgin would just be even more nuts. I don't know what we do. I mean, do Virgin? Well, I suppose they would accommodate you. They'd probably give you like the SIP lounge or somewhere to have like a venue, wouldn't they? Or they'd close off somewhere. But I don't know how it would work. It'd be bloody nuts. How would
the only thing we'd be a bit worried about on the Virgin cruise is it'd be a bit too crazy.
Yeah,
and we wouldn't get to see people.
That's probably why like P&O will work really well for us now.
Yeah,
we're looking forward to that because we will get to, and obviously it's a longer duration than our MSC one. It's a little bit more settled, isn't it?
We've got I think what do we say is about 40 to 50 people on that group cruise.
Yeah,
so we'll get to spend quality time with everybody, which will be really good.
I think that's something we do as well. If ever we do another group cruise, unfortunately, I think we are going to lock it off at 50, just so that we've got time. I wouldn't want someone to come on the cruise and feel like they didn't see us. That's just not right.
Have you tried transatlantic cruise?
No, but we would like to. The thing of it is, we want to do a transatlantic. We see loads of deals all the time, and we go, oh yeah, we should do it. Even next year, I saw a cruise on Queen Anne doing a transatlantic. I think it ended up in Fort Lauderdale, and I was like, I'd love to do that, but I've always promised myself and always told myself the very first transatlantic has to be on Queen Marie 2. It has to. And it's going to be westbound, not eastbound. It's got to be westbound with probably like a stay in New York for 3 nights at the end before flying back. Is how I've always wanted to do it.
Very valid one from Jay Smith around the bar tab and the exchange rates. Yes. So when you convert it from dollars into pounds, it looks like you're getting a bet. So they'll say they'll give you $50 and stuff like that, but it's not as quite as much once it's converted into pounds.
Right.
We've heard people as well booking with US travel agents because it's better exchange rate and things like that. So it's one of those little quirks, I think.
Okay, nice to know, because as you said, this is only our second time, and I'm still getting my head round it all.
It's just what I was going back to what I was saying. There's no point buying a bar tab just to get that extra $50. You might as well spend, and as Jay Smith said, spend under and just pay the extra.
Can we see through about that, Luke? That what?
Have we seen that?
I don't know. I saw something else just through about.
On this one first.
What do you reckon of Virgin Cruise? It's like as.
Of course, we would, wouldn't we?
I'd give it a go. I really would, especially if you live in Portsmouth. I mean, that's
on your doorstep.
That's just there. I mean, actually, it's the first time I've been in Portsmouth for a long time, and it was your first ever time. What did you think? I thought it was really pretty.
We went to North Keys, didn't we?
Where was that pub we went to? That was really nice. Sat there with the little boats and all the kiddies were in the little adults. It was really good, and the Spinnaker Tower, that was really cool.
Paul E. I wonder if that's who I'm thinking it is. Can we see if that appeared?
No.
I'm sure if you watched one of the previous videos, there's one there.
It was really funny. My mouth.
The last live, you didn't have a beard, did you?
No, I had a moustache, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't. I try and keep the beard if I can. Hide my face.
And then the next question is: do cruise companies look after YouTube vloggers like yourselves?
Sometimes, but then we generally don't tell them we're coming. We don't like to. If we can, we'd keep it under the radar. Sometimes you get chatting to them, or they find out you've done something while you're on board and booked a future cruise or whatever. It comes up, but you don't see us going, we booked this cruise, we're on this cruise. Can we? We don't do that.
No, and the thing is, we've had, since in the 10 years we've been doing this, we've had 2 free cruises.
Yeah,
the Avalon Waterways River Cruise, and the Virgin Cruise last year.
Yeah.
Which we were very grateful for.
Really grateful.
But what we find is when they've paid for you do feel like you need to create more content.
You feel there's some sort of, it's not quite the same as a normal cruise. Like, I suppose when you think of this Virgin cruise compared to the last one, well, I could just do as much as.
Well, you haven't really filmed anything.
I haven't really filmed anything. I'll be honest. There's not a lot of this. What you've seen in that video, those sort of clips, there's not much more to them, and that'll be. I'll probably have to make maybe 1, possibly 2 videos that I did with Aurora. If I do, that's how it'll have to go, because I just had so much fun. But that's the thing. I got to do what I wanted to do. But if someone gave me the opportunity or the experience, I feel obligated to do stuff, as you were saying.
The thing is we're not exactly PR friendly, are we?
Well, there we go on a cruise, we get drunk, and
So, but they and staff, when they know your YouTube and stuff, they will not play up to the camera, but they'll give little waves and stuff like that.
A lot of the time, they don't always know who we are, though. A lot of the things are they'll be serving us, and I'll be like, "Oh, can I just film you?" And they'll be giving me the drink. I'll be like, "I'm not filming your head. It's just like their hand coming across the counter, just for B-roll and things, make it all arty and stuff." And then they'll ask questions, and we tell them outright what we are, what we do.
But if cruise companies do look after us, like Virgin last year and Avalon, we have to make sure we declare it as well, and all YouTubers be doing the same. If they're getting free cruises and stuff, they should always be paid promotion on their videos, and they should be declared as as well.
Even this video now, we'll probably have paid promotion because didn't you say it's because we had a free one within a year, and because we booked it on board, it's kind of like
I think the PR company knew
it's influenced our decision, so we have to, and because the whole giving us the VIP thing, because they did give us access to the
rooftop,
so then it becomes ad.
Yes. Really. Okay. Let's look. Really enjoyed meeting us.
It was lovely meeting you too. No, I really did.
Hopefully, we are exactly how we are in the videos. I think we probably will.
Probably not slurring as much as I was then, and I could stand straight now if I wanted to.
Yes.
That's the difference. But it was lovely meeting you too. We met so many people on that cruise. It was brilliant. It's bonkers. It's absolutely fantastic. It's just a shame it's over. I feel like we came home, and that night, I think if we sat down to have our food, I think we had a chippy. We could have just cried into the chips. We were just like, like I really didn't want to come home. And then it also crossed my mind, because the ship came back today. So could you imagine if you just came home, dried out, had a bit of a freshen up, and then went back on the next one. Which I know people on the group, if you're in the Valiant Lady group, they actually did that. And I was like, fair play, I'd do exactly the same if I could.
And then the last question we've got, which we've kind of covered, but we'll just do it really quickly. Next year we will be on a Princess cruise and a Virgin cruise. They're the only ones we know, because we've got future credit, which we have to use them. And I think that is it. I'm just looking. We've gone through everything, haven't we? So Queen Anne video, there was none this weekend.
No. I will hopefully be back on track next week. I have started the video. I was well into editing it before I went on this cruise, but obviously I've been on this cruise, I've come back, and with all the washing and everything else, and getting everything back in track here, and making that little reel and all, I've been doing that this afternoon. That just took me this afternoon just to chuck that together.
I'm just making sure we've gone through everything. So like we said, we've got the group cruise now in 2 weeks. So there'll probably be a bit of a gap when we do that as well, isn't there?
Yeah, there will be.
If you like Max and want any lanyards or any merch, head to our shop. If you'd like to have a quote for a cruise, all the details are down. It's really difficult, isn't it?
I know, because it's back the front, because it's that side,
So all the details are there. Head over to our website, fill in the form. There's no pressure.
No.
We'll get the office will get a quote over to you, and you can go for that then. If there's anything we haven't answered in this chat tonight, head over to Facebook. Look for Cruise Monkeys Crew and join our Facebook group. We're also on Facebook and Instagram as Cruise Monkeys UK.
Yeah.
So have a good weekend. I think it's probably
and we're gonna probably go to sleep.
Yes.
No,
I don't think we'll be awake until like midday tomorrow.
No, normally on Friday night we drink the drinks. We don't go to bed till like 3 a.m. I don't think that's gonna be the case. It's really it's nearly crippled. It's killed us.
But so thank you very much for joining this evening, and have a great weekend.
Bye, everybody. Bye.